Welcome to the first upgraded episode of Xennial D's Nostalgic Journeys Movie Club. Now I know it's been a while since we've done this. My first video that I did, it wasn't that it just looked bad. I was not happy with it at all. It looked unprofessional. It sounded horrible. I just didn't really want to put that out to the public. So I told everybody in the Xennial Movie Club to give me a little bit of time. I was going to take an old shed that was torn down by the hurricane and build it into a YouTube studio. And as y'all can see, I finally got there. Now to be honest with y'all, because that's what I do, the studio's been up for about a month. It took me this long for me to learn how to edit the videos. I had to learn how to process everything. I had to learn how to make sure it looks good, audio quality. It's no joke. So of course, the first thing I'm gonna do is thank all of you Xennial subscribers. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be here. Now the question, are you ready?
Are you ready?
Then let's strap into our time machines and head back to the 90s and talk about Encino Man. Released in the early 90s, Encino Man was one of those wild comedies that helped capture what that decade was about. It's the story of two outcasts finding a frozen caveman in their backyard, and once they let him thaw out, they're shocked to find out he's still alive. From slang and skateboarding to even high school popularity, this movie was a full-on culture clash from the Stone Age to the 1900s. Now let's dive in a little bit deeper to this goofy and chaotic movie that somehow still finds a way to have heart. Encino Man starred Brendan Fraser, Pauly Shore, and Sean Astin. And the funny part about that is at this time, Pauly Shore was the heavy hitter in the movie. During this time in 1992, Brendan Fraser was known by very few people. Sean Astin definitely was known because of The Goonies. Because of MTV, Pauly Shore was everywhere, and the way that he talked was iconic for its time. You know what I'm saying, buddy? For our Xennial Movie Club, I'm going to be asking the same 5 questions we do with every movie. Number 1, what do I rate the movie? Number 2, who is my favorite character? Number 3, does the movie still hold up or was it just nostalgia? Number 4, would this movie be made today? And the last question, would I like to see a reboot or a sequel made? Let's dig into number 1. What do I rate the movie? When I first saw Encino Man in the 90s, I was young, and it was fresh and exciting, especially with Pauly Shore. Watching it now, it's definitely silly and over the top, but trust me, it still fulfilled the need. Now, I'm not saying it was a cinematic masterpiece, but for a 90s time capsule, it was solid. The slang, the fashion, even the soundtrack adds a little nostalgia boost to the score for me. I'm going to give it a 7.2 out of 10. Question number 2, who was my favorite character? Watching this movie, thinking about this question, it was extremely tough because Brendan Fraser as Link gave us a lot of physical comedy. Physical comedy, in my opinion, is not the first thing I think of with Brendan Fraser, and in this movie, he had to do it strongly. Let's just be real here. Watching anything with Pauly Shore, you have no choice but to say Pauly Shore was your favorite character. Pauly Shore plays Stoney and he steals almost every scene. That weasel one-liners that he hits, chef's kiss. You can say what you want about Pauly Shore, but his offbeat personality gave a lot of kids of its time confidence to be themselves. Don't get me wrong, Brendan Fraser's Link is my heart's choice. But Stoney is definitely the MVP of this movie when it comes to laughter. Question number 3, does the movie still hold up? Here's where it gets kind of interesting. Some parts do and some parts don't. What definitely holds up is the fish out of water. A caveman learning to use a microwave, learning how to drive a car, all of these things definitely are funny. Doesn't hold up is the plot is paper thin. Audiences today would definitely roll their eyes to how easily Link was able to fit in with everybody in this age. Be kidding, caveman barely understood fire, but he had no problem driving a car? Yeah. Live through the 90s, yes, it would definitely still hold up. But watching this movie with anybody born after 2010, they're gonna struggle a little bit. Question number 4, would they have made that movie today? To be honest with y'all, I'm not sure if they would or if they wouldn't. If they did, they definitely would change some things, like the fact that women are sexual objects. And I doubt kids would get anything out of the storyline today, as this movie was about two outcasts that wanted to be popular. In today's world and society, high schools especially, most kids are accepted for who they are. Question number 5, does it deserve a reboot or a sequel? A reboot, I definitely have to say, nah, we'll pass. But a sequel? I think it actually would be kind of funny. Hear me out before you go to the comments and start cussing me out. If they played with the storyline of them at their age now, Pauly Shore's character not growing up, Sean Astin's character actually showing what he became, and really think about Link on how it would be a caveman now living in the world today, that would be actually amazing and funny. Now, it is extremely possible that I'm just looking at this with my nostalgic eyes and would just love to see these guys together again, but it's possible that movie would bomb, so leave that up to you to make the decision. Now it's your turn. If you didn't agree with anything that I said, remember, that's what the comment section is for. And if you love this type of content, make sure you hit the subscribe and notification button. And make sure you drop your vote on what movie we're going to watch this week. We use Tubi, that way everybody has the ability to watch them for free. This week's options are Uncle Buck, House Party, and Major League. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of the club.